Can you tell me about the learning that you did during your lesson today?
Well, we learnt about how the children in the workhouse would be feeling, and we get a diary entry of what they might be doing because they felt this way.
Yeah, we also we learnt that we saw a picture of the the Victorian workhouse and bridge, and then we discussed what it might be like, and we all had sheets and we had to underline what tone, voice and historical detail. And once we had finished that, when we had the idea of it, we would write the diary entry, and the diary entry was all about a Victorian child you could choose out of some options.
So have you got anything in your diary entry which includes the historical?
I think I've got one bit.
Can you read it out for us, please?
The whole thing.
Just that little bit.
He dragged me to the Clerks
So why is that historical?
because the clerks in those times were like people in charge, sort of, and discussing and they were basically the government of it.
So we were talking about feelings, weren't you?
Yeah.
Could you read out a little bit that tells us that you've actually included?
I escaped because I felt pressurised in that wretched place. If you don't work hard, you get caned, so you get caned.
Thank you. Now, when we're talking about your learning in English in class, in your literacy lessons, can you tell me what helps you to be really, really good learners?
Sometimes working in pairs, because then you can discuss two people. You can see what your partner, and also sometimes when your partner does an idea, it can give you an idea too. And also it's quite good when the teacher sort of starts you off or something, maybe.
What about when you do some written work in your book? How do you know what you need to do to improve?
Usually Mr. Pickner would write down, when he did writing up our missing chapter on Street Child, he wrote down an improvement for us to work on, and that's usually how you know what to work on. Or you can look up in your book and realise, at the beginning of the year I needed to work on handwriting, and now it's got better. So you can just look at your book and then realise what you need to work on.
Okay, can you give us an example of a piece of work that you're really proud of and which you've improved on because of your teacher's comments? Talk me through that one, Jacob. What have you done there?
Well, what I've done a missing chapter about Street Child, and I think I'm really proud of it because we had a success criteria for the missing chapter, and Mr. Pitnell's ticked all of the boxes, but I need to work on my I think it's sentence structures, and I think it's variety of sentence openers.
Thank you. And Elliot, what have you got
Well, with the police report about Oliver Twist, and when they did the robbery, they did the pickpocketing thing. Well, we had to write it twice, and on my first time, Mr. Bicknell said that it was quite good, but I should have made it more, short and more precise. So then we all did it again, and at the top we had what we need to remember to do, and do more an eyewitness said, because from where we're doing it, the policeman didn't really know much.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah.
Now you, as boys, have got a lot of writing in your books, haven't you? What makes writing really interesting for you?
I don't know, because I'm quite a good handwriting. I really like writing, because on computers you can accidentally delete something, whilst when you write it, you can actually if you make a mistake, you can just cross it out and that's it. Whilst if you on a computer, if you delete all your work, that's it. You can't get it back.
Good. What about you, Elliot? What
Well,
makes you really enjoy writing?
well, sometimes when you start it, before you start it, you sometimes I don't really want to do it because my favourite subject is maths. But then when I get when I've done about 7 lines or something, I'm really into it and I just keep going. I really like it.
What makes it really, really interesting for you?
But when I'm older, I want to be a writer, which means it means you can't just be a writer and say, you haven't done any writing in your life and say, "God, I want to be a writer." You have to practice, and that's why I want to write long stories.
What about you, Elliot? What makes it really interesting for you?
Sometimes if we have to if we've seen a video or something, then we have to write it, and sometimes it makes it quite interesting from what's happening and putting in your own words.
Is there anything the teachers do to make writing really interesting for you?
Yeah, sometimes when Mr. Bicknell or someone he would say stuff like for the mind map, we would have to do it first, and then when we have our ideas, it's quite interesting to see what we did yesterday, and then do it again today, or something, and then and then you can have more ideas, and it's quite good then.